here's what's happening at Ewetopia Farms today. All of this has to be put away by this evening. This afternoon we have a surprise. We're rolling out bedding. Fresh first cut is all these girls need. So everyone say Ewetopia!
Ewetopia!
Max, Max, Max! Drought is actually becoming a little bit of an issue. So let's get started. As I head towards the barn, you can see that we've got tons and tons of hay stacked out here. Some still on wagons, some in the yard. We know what Arnie's doing today. He's going to be stacking those bales under the lean-to. These are going to be dry bales. That means we don't have to wrap them. And there's supposed to be rain coming in tonight, so all of this has to be put away by this evening. And this afternoon we have a surprise. And because of what's happening this afternoon, we're rolling out bedding. And we're in a heat wave again. We're going up to 40 degrees today. So this is not something we would do normally. But sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do. These are the replacement ewes. They're yearlings now. And they're getting their breakfast hay. And we decided to try out one of the first cut hay bales that we just made. Because these girls right now are just doing nothing and they're in great condition. So they really don't need grain, which they're not getting, and they don't really need second cut hay. Now, like we always say in our videos, we will keep constant monitoring of condition because we don't want our sheep to lose condition. We want them to just maintain themselves. And I'm guessing this fresh first cut is all these girls need until we start flushing them in the fall. They look pretty happy with it, even though it is coarser hay. Everybody's digging in with exuberance. Maybe they haven't figured out that it's not second cut yet, but they look pleased. I think if anything that's fresh is better than old stuff. Okay, the time has arrived that we were talking about. I don't know if you guys know us or anything about us. Does anyone know us?
Some of us do, and some of us don't.
Just a few? Okay, so we breed mainly Suffolk sheep and full Dorsets. We started off with Suffolks, but we have since gotten into the Dorsets as well for the Rito breeders. Because they tend to like to cross the Dorsets with the Ritos. That's a big market for us. Right now, anyone else Suffolk breeders here? I know there's one. Just a few? What do you guys have mainly?
Mix.
Rito?
Rito and Canadian.
So what kind of rams are you using?
It's Canadian right now.
Canadian? Yeah.
We Suffolk every couple of years.
Yeah. And why would you be choosing Suffolk rams?
The size is, and the only thing I don't like about Suffolk are big clumsy lamb when they quite often when they're born.
Yeah. We always say the first 2 days with Suffolks is kind of the hardest fun. But once they hit that 2-day-old and mom's bonded, they're nursing, they figured it all out. It's hard to beat them for growth and being good moms and fast growers and all that. So that's why we have Suffolks. But we don't deny that as lambs, they're kind of dozy.
Yeah.
They're so big, like our Dorsets, they're up and nursing all on their own very quickly. But the Suffolks will get up, but we're lambing in the wintertime mainly. So hypothermia is a big risk. Suffolk lambs. Well, actually, we now tube all our lambs as soon as they're born. We used to watch them and help them and do all that. It was driving us crazy. Like, you just didn't get anything done, and you're always worrying, did they get enough? Did they? So we tube them. It takes 1 minute, and we walk away, and then 3 hours later, we don't have to worry about them. They had their colostrum, they figured it out, they've gotten up on their own, and the stress is off us. So, we give them 150 mils. Yeah, that's the average. I mean, if it was a really tiny little one, but I mean, we don't have too many tiny lambs. Our lambs are 12 to 20 pounds when they're born. So, 150 mils is what we give them, and usually it's only a one-time deal. After that, we don't have to touch them. So it's all about getting hands off, especially on a breed like a Suffolk, which can be more hands-on when you first start having lambs with them. So right now we thought we would bring the rams out so you could see what our Dorset and Suffolk rams look like. Half of these rams would be yearlings, which we sell as breeding stock. The Dorsets and the Suffolks, we recommend people buy yearlings as breeding stock as opposed to lambs, just because what you see here is what you get. Whereas we found in the past, we hold back the lambs, and who we thought were the best at the time, 6 months later or a year later may not be, or they may have surpassed themselves, but you just don't know. So we always recommend people buy yearlings. So we have a whole slew of yearlings, and some of the rams coming out are retirees. They're going to be retiring here. We've had our favorites. They stay here for their whole life. So there's about, I think, really 8 old boys in here that are not for sale. They're just living here, and the last of the old boys retired this year. Like, he won't be lambing, won't be breeding this year, and all the rest are either our own cheap, it'll be 2 and 3 year old rams that we're using, and like I said, so this is an idea of what
I'll let them out.
our sheep look like.
So the reason why we started tubing them is, so we land 300 sheep out in 2 months, 50 days. So we're constantly dropping babies, and I can't sit there and the handling this little dozy Suffolk land, which I was corrected the other day. I got to quit using the word dozy. It's more lovely.
I was going to use that word too.
So we tube them, and this way I'm just keep have land come in. And basically, when I tube them, I never have to touch the land again. So it's just that first meal, and they pretty well can deal on it. So that's why we do that. So we're pretty well on board with that. So, and a lot of Hamishes, these Dorsets, a lot of these Dorsets are from Hamish. So now I have to use a different rams. Well, we did purchase 2 rams last year from Alberta.
In case those guys are listening, they're from Manitoba.
Oh,
They might not like to hear that. Is that everyone yet? Okay, ready to go to the coveralls? Okay.
and, at that point, we put a wall up right here. There's pins in the feeder right here. So we'll put a wall up right across the wall here, and we'll use that, you've seen those before, those landing doors where the lambs can go through and the ewes can't.
The creep panels.
So once that lamb is 100 pounds in 1 month, he can't get through anymore. So he can't get his creep feed. So I have no choice to pull him off the bottom 100 days, and he's 100 pounds. Probably my best rams we keep back are the ones that do 125 pounds in 100 days. We got that kind of growth. And so we're not on test. So
Up
I'm
to
just
140.
checking which ram is growing extremely fast, and I figure that's the best genetics you want. I mean, the whole point is to get the market as quick as possible.
Picture before we go.
So everyone say Ewetopia! Thanks for coming, you guys.
Thanks for having us.
So that was a nice little visit. I think everyone had a good time, but apparently the bus was on a schedule, so he kind of rounded everyone up and took them home real quickly, so we had to put a blunt end to it. There was one part with when we let the rams out there. We didn't get it on camera, and I'm hoping somebody took pictures of it, because when they came out, Hamish came and stood right in the middle of everybody as if he was posing and showing off. And he looked so impressive in the group. And then 2 of the rams, lo and behold, went and visited all the people. Like, they walked right up to them, a big group like that, and went over to sniff them all. So for rams, that was pretty impressive. And I'm so disappointed we didn't get it on camera. It's another scorching day today, like high humidity, extremely hot. The only thing going in the favor of today is that we've got a wind. It's like being blown on by a hair dryer, sit on hot, but at least the air is moving. But I know everybody was hot while they were here. And now we're sorting lambs for market. Craziness. Okay, we just sorted these guys out for market. Very hot day. Got 38 here. Usually we get 30. Tomorrow's supposed to be a cool rain day, so that's why we're shipping them. Look at the dust. That's how hot and dry it is right now. Max, slow down. The dust is unbelievable. Back, Max. Stay back. Max, Ben. Back, Ben. Come on, you guys. Ben. Yep, climbing up on there. Max, come here. Max. Oh, usually there's sheep buying in there, but there's Nani and those guys aren't there right now, so they're not too sure about going in. Max, Max, Max! Get, turn around. Right now we're feeding the rams. We were supposed to be doing hay today, but as usual, as you can see by the sky, we got rain warnings. And I gotta mention something about the actual rain. We've been having a lot of thunderstorm warnings, rain warnings, flooding warnings, and most of the warnings have actually resulted in like maximum 1 mil of rain. So the risk is setting us back. The sky conditions set us back. But the reality of it is that we haven't had much rain whatsoever, enough to dampen the outer surface of the land and get you off the fields, but not enough to actually apply moisture to growing plants. So despite the rain warnings and risks, drought is actually becoming a little bit of an issue. We need a good rain right now, especially if they're going to warn it, because if they warn it, you don't work because you You don't want your things to be ruined. But if it doesn't happen, it's set you back and it hasn't helped you.
So I'm just getting ready to cut hay, and I'm just sharpening that with a grinder. Sharpen them up a little bit. So the secret with those blades are, so that blade turns to the left, this way. And if you see the angle of that blade, it's actually sucking vacuum from the ground. So that's the secret with the angle of the blades. You want them tilting down at the cut mark and high at the back end. And that thing is going to turn so fast that it's going to vacuum the hay right off the ground. So I just touched them all up a little bit. And I'm going to check it all over. And then we're going to start cutting hay. So check that machine all over. I have only one more day to cut for first cut hay for the sheep. And we almost have that filled up here. I can handle 19 more bales at the end here. And that's filled up. It's just got to lean to over it to keep the rain off it. And at that point, we're going to start filling up this half here. And there's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, there's 14 bales left back there. I'll probably just take them out and use them for bedding and fill the whole container full of new hay. So there's some old hay there we're going to use for bedding. And I'm going to put that machine away. We're in a thunderstorm watch today. And I got a few other things to do. We're going to load the sheep away today. Not my favorite day. I wish we could sheep farm without sending sheep to the market, but it is what it is, I guess. It pays my expenses and how I can live, but I just had to hold a blind side on that. But anyways, didn't do much today. Took a load of sheep away. Got the mower ready. I got one more day of haying, first cut, and then we got to jump right into the second cut. It's knee high. So I'll show you what's happening right now. So we have this massive storm coming in. It's just covering up the sun right now. And I'm hoping we get some rain. If I got no hay in the ground, at least it should rain. So I'm not sure if we're going to get that or not. It's just going to move a little bit over to the lake. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to go in and have some downtime with Lynn. We have supper. I can hear a little bit of thunder in the background. If you watch that coverall, you can see it moving. But anyways, yeah, the trip to the sale for me is 4-hour driving. I left at 6:15 in the morning. So I was actually back at, I think a little after 10. So, drains a lot out of me, so it's a long drive. So just cleaning up today. Got my tether back home. It was at another farm. I got the mower ready here. Right here. Checked the mower, sharpened it all up today, ready to go. And actually you can hear some thunder there. So, got my tether home. My rake is still in the field yet. Get that home. And we're just waiting for, we're in a severe thunderstorm watch today. So I'm just waiting for that to pass. And then hopefully we're going to tackle the last day of haying for first cut. And then we're in the second cut. So that's what's happening. If anything happens tonight, I'll let you know. Hey buddy. Got a little bit of rain come off the roof. Not enough rain. Every little bit helps. Hey buddy, this has got to be a new lamb, so she doesn't know how to go back in the barn. So I'm going to have to help her a little. Hey girl, don't be afraid. Come on. Nice ewe lamb. Looks like a Dorset. Come on, buddy. Come on. She's gonna have to go around. Come on. Come on, you gotta go around. He doesn't know the routine, so I'm sure it's a new one. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Come on. You're not gonna sit here and waste my time, are you? Come on. Come on. Come on. Shh. Come on. Get in the barn. Come on. He just doesn't know the doors at the back. Come on. Come on. Come on. There he goes. There he goes. There he's in. Okay. That's why we do night checks. So they get locked up tonight. Oh, nice cool wind. All the humidity's gone. There you go. So these are all ewe lambs. Extremely hot today. It's a lot nicer tonight. What are you doing? So I'm just going to check to make sure they all have clean water. Hey girl, you're a pretty fancy looking ewe. So I think tomorrow I'm going to rearrange these feeders. So we haven't got enough manger space down that manger. So tomorrow I'm going to take these two feeders and put them right in line with those two. Extend it out. It's a little easier for me to feed them. Fine looking Dorset there again. So while I'm here, I'll just make sure these drinkers, we were sorting some sheep here today, so we had some panels up. Another fine looking Dorset ram. So we're just going to see if these drinkers are clean. They have clean water tonight. That actually should be cleaned a little bit. And we'll check this drinker back here. Oh, yeah, they both got to be cleaned. Not too clean.
Well, this is what happens when you work too much, get old, and have to deal with heat and humidity every day with no days off. You end up in ICU. So right now I'm thinking we're gonna call it a day at Ewetopia Farms. Hope you enjoyed the last few days with us, because again it was a compilation of what we've done. Everybody's okay, but we got tests going on here, and I'm thinking that we might take a week or so off. So I do have a whole bunch of shorts posted on the weekends for Saturdays and Sunday for the next foreseeable future that I've been doing ahead of time. So you can still see us that way if you really need to see us. And we'll be back shortly, but I just don't know when. I think we're just going to take a little break for a few days and see how it's going. So, from Lynn,
Sorry.
we'll see you in the next one, which could be a little while. Bye for now.